I'm privileged today to have Aaron with me again. He's with us on Tuesdays, and so I think he's been calling it Let's Talk About It Tuesdays or something like that with Aaron.
Yep, Talk About It Tuesdays, or my original title was Overly Optimistic Observations, but that got vetoed. Um, but yeah, I'm Aaron with Heartland. And yeah, just another Talk About It Tuesday. We made it through another week. Just got one more week left of school for everybody. I know the seniors are going to be graduating or will be finished at the end of the week. So congratulations to the seniors. You know, it's not been an ideal year for anybody, but I think we've all been doing the best that we can. And you guys should be proud of yourselves. I mean, everybody should be proud of themselves for what they've accomplished this year, because it has not been easy for anybody. I mean, we've had to really change the dynamic of how we're doing everything, and it's been very stressful for everybody. But I think as a community, we've been doing a really good job of coming together and helping each other out and doing what we need to do. So I mean, you guys give yourselves a pat on the back, whatever you feel is appropriate, because you've done a good job. I mean, people are. When I was driving in today, I saw a sign, that said, like essential healthcare workers. Like thank you to the essential healthcare workers, and absolutely, I mean, thank you to them, because they are doing so much. They're out there. They're doing, work that none of us would want to do, and putting themselves in dangerous situations. But we can't also forget about the people that are just doing the day-to-day stuff too. People that are working at the gas stations, the truckers, the people working at Walmart. I mean, some of the, fast food places. I mean, these are some of the jobs that, some of you students may have. And I mean, you're still providing services. You're still helping keep the community going. And, we really appreciate that too. I mean, you guys deserve, everybody that's out here doing anything to kind of make the situation better really deserves some.
Well, I think we had Aaron kind of freeze up on us there, so maybe we can work to get him back online here.
And how we're going to get through this. And with all that, I mean, there's just going to be a lot of stress and just uncertainty right now for everybody. And I would encourage everybody just to kind of take time and just, if you are feeling stressed out, if you do have a lot on your plate, especially right now, being as it's the end of the school year or the end of your high school career, for seniors, because I mean, there's finals, there's maybe big decisions coming up about where you want to go to college if you haven't decided that yet. Just any number of things, it's like it can all be overwhelming. And I would encourage you just to take a step back and take a deep breath and just think, just allow yourself to just relax a little bit. Just go outside and just, put your phone inside if you don't need it for anything, and just go outside and sit and just take a few deep breaths and just listen to everything around you. Listen to the birds chirping, listen to the wind blowing, cars driving down the street, feel the wind blowing on your face, the sun on your face if it's sunny out, which we can't get that lately. But just take that stuff in and just allow yourself to take a moment to relax and just be present in the moment and not worry about that stuff, for a few minutes. I mean, they are big decisions. They are potentially big tests, or, I mean, these things have consequences, but this is all temporary. I mean, this is going to be something that we're going to be able to move past. And if we can take lessons from this situation, and if we can move forward with everything, then I think we'll be better off for it. Um, it's kind of a thing of um, one of the things that I believe in myself personally is that um, something's not well. In my field, we like to say nothing is good or bad; it just is. Um, and I think if we good or bad or is if we can take something from that and learn a lesson from it, whether it would be considered a mistake you know or a success. I mean, we did something there that either worked really well or didn't, and we just need to take from that and learn from that. And I think this whole situation can be taken as a learning opportunity. And I know I said this before, and I truly believe it, and I'm going to stress it again. I think that as a society, we're going to be stronger after all this because we're going to know nobody alive really has been. There's very few exceptions. That people that were alive in the Spanish flu in 1918, but they were probably 1 or 2 years old, so they don't really have any experience with this. So nobody alive really has any concrete experience with this. So we're kind of fumbling through everything and doing the best we can. And yes, there's going to be mistakes made. There have been mistakes made um, by everybody, myself included. Um, but if we can learn from that, if we can take information from that and move forward, then it's not really a mistake. It's just something. It's just a learning experience. Um, then the last thing that I had to talk about today too was again another thing that I was thinking about kind of on the way over. Um, and I know I've talked about this before too. Like some of the things that we've lost this year, in particular the seniors, because this would have been your last opportunity, um, to go to state or to play soccer or run track or any of the spring activities like musical, um, educators rising stuff, different things like that. Um, I know that I know that we don't have that this year, and it's not going to be there this year. And I mean that really sucks. I'm not going to lie, that sucks because I know that everybody was really excited about the upcoming sport seasons. Soccer team was really I've heard was going to be really good this year, and um, I know the other activities like the musical is going to be really good. Um, Track is always good. I mean just different things like a lot of different opportunities, and we don't have that this year, but we've had it in the past. And for those of you that were able to participate in the past, you know, like think about the good memories, think about the things that you did with your teammates and did in practices and things like that, and try not to focus on that lost year, um, because there's going to be a million other opportunities for that. It might not look the same, it might not be you might not be playing at the collegiate level, but you might be able to play like um, with a group of friends. You might not be able to do high school musical, but you might be able to go work in a community theater, do things like that. I mean, this is a lost opportunity, yes, but there will be other opportunities in the future. And it's easy to dwell on what we've lost, but it's better to think about what we've had and what we can have in the future, I think. So yeah, I mean, just keep pushing forward and um, just keep looking towards the future. I mean, we can't forget the past, but we can't let it define us. And right now, this is our present, and it will soon be our past, and we can't let this situation define us completely. As a lost year, or lost situations. Um, we need to look at it as an opportunity for personal growth and take time to look for other opportunities that might come up in the future. Because I mean, for those seniors especially, I mean, you're 18, 19, you got the whole world ahead of you. You got your whole life ahead of you. There will be numerous other opportunities for you to go out and do the things that you enjoy. Believe me, I've traveled. I've done a lot of stuff, that I wanted to do when I was in high school, but I wasn't able to. Um, it gets easier, it gets better. And for those of you that are still waiting for those opportunities, your time will come too. So it just have patience and look forward to the future. When you're feeling down, and think about how good things will be, once everything is back to normal. So, but that's all I had for today. That's all my ramblings.
Oh, there, and that's really good information, and we appreciate it. I know I feel bad for those seniors too, and my heart just hurts for them, and that they're always going to wonder kind of what they missed out on. But I think that through it all, they're going to probably be a little more. They probably don't want to hear that, but they're probably a little more prepared for the next phase and ready to go. I know for me, it was such a ramp up. It was such an exciting time, graduation, and everybody was kind of just, you had all this attention and all these things, and then boom, it just kind of like everybody gets back to their normal in the summer, and you just go, oh, where'd everybody go? It was so much fun, and it was all about me. And then now it's just nothing, and then you got to get serious about college, and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for sure. Like when you graduate from high school, because it's like, yeah, you get all that attention, but then everybody wants to know, like, what are you going to do next? Or you got to start thinking about what you're going to do next. And it's like, oh my God, and I feel bad for people too, because especially like the high school students and the seniors, because where it's like, well, what are you going to do next? Like, I don't know. Like I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I was 18 or 19. Like I had a vague idea, but it changed half a dozen times. So, but I'm glad that it did. I mean, it was part of my journey. It was part of what brought me here. So
I think some of my best experiences or life moments has been able to just kind of roll with what comes your way, or and I think this is just another example that you can plan for things, but just life's just going to happen, and there's little detours and different things. But in this case, and like I said, they probably not excited to hear about it, but I think they'll help them be prepared for pretty much anything get thrown at them, and they can overcome it and get through it.
yeah, absolutely. It's not the ideal situation, but it is something that we can get through. And I feel like, we've all been able to learn something from it. And like I said, this generation, I mean, that's in school right now, I mean, they're going to be so much more prepared for, you know, everything in life, because we never had to go through any of this kind of stuff, before. And this comes up again, they'll be able to pull on those resources and say, well, this is what we did back then, and this is what worked well, and this is what didn't work well. So this is what we need to do, and we can do this because it helps build confidence, and it's going to help us all, I think.
Yep, I think so too. And super proud of these kids, and super proud of everybody, and the staff and their parents and everybody. It's been kind of it's not what everybody expected, but we're going to move on, and we're going to honor them, and super proud of them. And so
Yeah.
I really appreciate your words and your message today.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, this is kind of it for them, and we'll talk to you next week, I guess, on Tuesday. And if there's anything else come up, I think next week will be our last show.
All right.
So, because next week would be the normal last week of school. So.
Okay. We'll have to figure something out.
So there might be some opportunities with the summer projects and different things. We can do some things, but I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, this has been fun. I've been enjoying this. So.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week one more time. And if you need anything in the meantime, let me know.
All right. Will do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.